Yet even another way to disrupt those thinking and movement centres of the brains is to use a process called progressive muscle relaxation. This is simply where you tense and untense muscles. If you're to hold your fists together as tight as you can for about 10 seconds and then release them, you'll feel that they feel a bit floaty and a bit weak. That's all progressive muscle relaxation is. One of the key things to do here is to have a routine that you go through. Now this can take as short as amount of time as you're willing to put into it. But for example, some people, after doing a few breaths of relaxation, some deep breathing techniques which we covered in a previous video, they like to do something like holding their face tight for 10 seconds and then releasing it. And then they would hold their shoulders tight for 10 seconds and then release them, and then they would go through their body using arms and chest and stomach and legs and calves and feet. What happens is a lot of the strain and a lot of the tension that's built up in the day, maybe from suppressing your tics while you've been at school, is allowed to be let out at this point. It can be a really good technique to use just before you try and go to sleep, particularly if you've got aches and pains in your neck or in your face regions where a lot of tics are popular for people. It's a really easy way of, again, being able to do things without people seeing. You can tense and untense your feet and your calves while sitting in a chair and push them into the floor. You can put your bum into the seat of a chair and push your back in as well and hold yourself straight while looking out the window or looking at your teachers during lesson. It's a really good way of having control over your body, and again, while you're thinking about the holding in of the tensing process, you're not thinking about your tics. Do it for as long as is comfortable. If it's 10 seconds is too long, don't hold it in that long. It's supposed to make you feel relaxed and to relieve some of your pain and tension that you might be having. A lot of people that find that breathing is too slow or that tapping and counting is too obvious like to use progressive muscle relaxation. Again, there's a link attached to this app, which is an 8-minute progressive muscle relaxation video from a man called Steve. I think it's a really useful one, as a lot tend to be a bit too long, and a lot of people with tics don't have the patience for 50 minutes of this. So there's an 8-minute video attached to this app that I really suggest you have at least one go at and see if it works for you.